with it, guys, and welcome everybody back to the brand new video. It has kind of been a minute, but I hope all of you out there are doing so well, and thank you so much for stopping by the brand new video today. So it's actually a really nice day out, and I was gonna get you guys a racing video today with a cammed 5.7 versus a 2013 GT, but we weren't able to make it happen. So hopefully we'll do it within the next week or so, so you guys can see that, because it's kind of been a minute since we've given you guys a racing video. But today, what I actually wanted to talk about is how much have I actually paid for this car for a full year. It might actually surprise some of you guys how expensive these cars are to drive, and you got to understand, I'm putting about 11 to 12,000 miles on my car a year, but some people think you just need to swing a payment. And I tell you guys what, there's actually quite a bit more expenses that has kind of come into play over the year. Everything's kind of gone up a little bit, and so it just kind of starts adding up just more and more to where it's actually kind of ridiculous. Do you know what? I love my car more than anything. The HELLCAT is truly an amazing machine. I love driving this car, but don't put yourself into a financial risk just to own one of these cars. It's just, it's not worth doing that to yourself. You know, the cars are amazing, but to that extent, don't do that. Anyways, I'm heading to the coffee shop right now. I gotta grab myself a coffee before we jump into the video. Let's get you guys a quick pull so you guys can hear this supercharger. This thing into track mode. Let's do it. You guys ready? Ooh. All right, guys, let's get into it. All right, everyone, so I just got my 32-ounce coffee. Sometimes you just gotta get the biggest coffee they have. It's just, sometimes it's one of those days, you know? So yesterday, I actually sat down and wrote down all of the costs that I've done for this car for the full year. And it kind of sucks because it reminds me just how much money I put into this car. But it is so much fun to own that, you know what, it's just like, it is what it is. You know what I mean? I only owe around $12,000 left. So getting the car paid off here very soon, it's gonna be really awesome. So the first thing that I wrote down was insurance. So my insurance cost is $188 a month, and that comes out to $2,256 a year. Now, if you guys are young and you're trying to buy one of these cars, it is going to be ridiculously expensive because some of the credit unions, if you got your loan through a credit union, some of them require you to have at least, so it can only be $500 to $1,000 deductible on these cars. So you can't have, some of them do not allow you to have as high as a $2,000 deductible, which is gonna raise it right there a bunch, guys. I would, you know, recommend if you're really young looking into one of these cars, definitely do a lot of shopping because it's probably going to be $300 to $400 a month, if not more. It's going to be a lot. There was actually some insurance companies quoting me $800 a month, and I have a completely clean record, guys. Completely clean record. I don't have anything. So just the fact that I'm paying almost $200, if you're young, you're going to get hit. You're gonna get hit really hard, maybe even like 1,000, who knows? It's gonna be a lot though, so just keep that in mind. The next thing is the fuel cost, which is ridiculous that I spend this much money on fuel for this car. This came out to, let's see, this came out to $3,120 since I fill up around 4 times a month for this car, and I actually get $1 off gas for my job. My job requires me to get $1 off gas, and this lady's actually trying to race me right now in a what in the heck, in a Chevy. But anyways, $3,120 for the year is what I have spent on this car. Now, you guys aren't getting $1 off gas. Yours is even going to be more than that, which is just, I mean, that's so much money. $3,000 to $4,000 probably in fuel on this car a year if you're driving the car as much as I am. So that's ridiculous, guys. I think it came out to around $60 or $65 is what this came out to be, every fill up. So it is ridiculous how much money you guys are spending on fuel in this car. It's just so much fun to drive though. So moving on to the next thing is tires. Obviously you guys know the stock tires on this car are complete garbage, and to get the full potential and actually use this car, you have to have a wider tire. The all seasons that are 275s that come on this car are just complete garbage. So we went with a set of R2s, Nitos, almost $400 a piece. I think like $397 a piece is what those came out to. They were 305s. It was around $865 was the total cost for 2 rear tires, which is just, that's a lot. That's quite a bit of money, but guys, you need that tire. Also, I just bought front tires. That was $565. So there's another expense that you're gonna spend on this car. Oil changes. So this year, I've already done 2 oil changes. That came out to $256 for AMSOIL. That's for the oil and the filter. So, I mean, AMSOIL, it's expensive, but it's great oil. It really is. I recommend watching Project Farm, who is an engineer. He does all the flow testing with the oil. Really, really awesome informational video. But as far as that goes, I've only done 2 oil changes this year. And then moving on, we did brake pads as well. That was $100. It's really not that much for brake pads, but you guys can see how these expenses just keep going more and more and more. It's just kind of crazy. Moving on to, let's see, what's the next thing that we've done? You have like the catch can and the intake, which, I mean, that's obviously not really like a maintenance cost, but the intake was $400 and the catch can was, I believe, $350. I think the Mighty Mouse oil catch can is around $350 for this car. And there's a couple versions that you can buy. So yeah, guys, it ends up being right at $7,200 basically is what that kind of comes out to be. Now guys, that's a lot of money considering you haven't even added your payment into this cost yet. And some people out there are paying $1,700 for these cars. So think about that, guys. You have a $7,000 to $8,000 a year, and like I said, maybe your cost isn't going to be as high as me because you're not putting 11,000 to 12,000 miles on the car a year. But just think about adding the payment into all of that cost. Definitely ends up adding up. I mean, you could have, if you're paying $1,700 a month, that's insane. That's not even including insurance, and then you have all of these extra costs. So guys, there's a lot more than just swinging a payment on this car. It's a decent amount of money. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video today. I hope it was informational for some of you out there who are looking into buying a HELLCAT, and I hope it helps you out, you know? We will see you guys in the next one, and check out all of my other videos. Have an awesome rest of your day.